Welcome to our summary of BE 2.0, Beyond Entrepreneurship 2.0 by Jim Collins. This book explores the deep impact of Bill Lazier's mentorship on Jim Collins and how Lazier's guidance helped shape many leaders and entrepreneurs. Collins shares valuable lessons for both new and experienced leaders on how to build companies that don't just succeed, but last for a long time. These are businesses that make a real difference and continue to thrive over generations. The main question in this book is, how do you build a company that doesn't just succeed, but lasts? Collins answers this by introducing the MAP, a simple framework based on years of research into what makes great companies stand out. This framework is divided into 4 stages, each with key principles that guide leaders in creating businesses that not only achieve success, but keep it going over time. The journey to building a lasting company starts with the first stage, disciplined people. At the heart of this stage is Level 5 leadership, which combines personal humility with strong determination. Unlike typical leaders, Level 5 leaders put the company's success above their own, focusing on the long-term mission rather than personal praise. They are humble in their actions and decisions, showing a strong commitment to the company's mission. Next, the principle of first who then what highlights the importance of getting the right team in place before deciding on the company's direction. This principle emphasizes that success begins with having a team that shares the company's core values and is disciplined and committed to overcoming obstacles and seizing opportunities. The right people form the foundation for all future achievements. As the journey continues, the focus shifts to disciplined thought, where the mental approaches that guide a company's decisions are explored. The concept of the genius of the and encourages leaders to avoid choosing between two things and instead find ways to combine different goals and values. This principle helps leaders think beyond simple choices, looking for solutions that bring things together. In the same stage, the principle of confront the brutal facts highlights the importance of facing reality while keeping faith in ultimate success. This balance is known as the Stockdale paradox. This principle encourages a culture of honesty, where teams are urged to deal with challenges directly and openly, building resilience and adaptability. Another important idea is the hedgehog concept, which guides companies to focus on what they do best, what they are passionate about, and what drives their economic engine. This concept acts as a filter for strategy, steering efforts toward activities that truly push the company forward, ensuring decisions align with its core strengths and market realities. With clarity and focus established, the third stage, disciplined action, involves turning strategic vision into reality. This stage is about turning ideas into actions that push the company forward. The Flywheel concept explains that building a great company isn't about making big, sudden changes, but about steady, consistent effort. Imagine pushing a heavy wheel. It starts off slow, but with constant effort, it begins to spin faster and faster on its own. This idea shows the importance of persistence and how small, well-planned actions can add up to big progress over time. Next, the 20-mile march principle talks about the need for discipline and consistency to achieve long-term success. It means setting a challenging but realistic goal and sticking to it no matter what, even when things get tough. By keeping this steady pace, a company can make progress without burning out or getting off track, providing a stable path forward in the often chaotic business world. The idea of fire bullets, then cannonballs, suggests a careful approach to trying new things. Instead of jumping straight into big, risky projects, companies should start with small, low-risk experiments. These are the bullets. If these small tests work, they can then be expanded into larger, more ambitious projects, the cannonballs. This method allows companies to fine-tune their ideas based on real-world results, reducing the risk of big failures. The final stage, building to last, focuses on creating a strong foundation for long-term success. This is about making sure the company not only thrives now, but can also continue to grow and adapt even after its original leaders are gone. It's about building a company that can survive and succeed over time, no matter what challenges it faces. A key idea here is productive paranoia, which is about staying alert and prepared even when things are going well. It means always being aware of potential threats, preparing for unexpected problems, and never getting too comfortable. By keeping this mindset, companies ensure they are ready to handle the ups and downs of the business world, helping them stay strong and relevant for years to come. Continuing with the theme of lasting success, the principle of clock building, not time telling, shifts the focus from relying on the skills of one leader to creating a strong organization with good systems, processes, and a culture that supports long-term success. The goal is to build a company that thrives even after its original leader has moved on, making sure success is built into the company itself. The principle of preserve the core/stimulate progress talks about the challenge of sticking to the company's core values, while also staying open to new ideas and changes. It's about keeping a clear purpose while being flexible enough to adapt to the changing business world. This balance helps the company stay relevant and successful, combining timeless values with timely actions to handle challenges. The stage wraps up with the principle of 10x multiplier, return on luck, which recognizes that luck plays a big role in a company's success. This principle emphasizes the need to be ready to take advantage of good luck when it happens, and to learn from bad luck when it occurs. The most successful companies may not be luckier than others, but they are better at using their luck to their advantage. By staying prepared and adaptable, a company can turn random opportunities into strategic wins, making sure it's ready to take advantage of chances and minimize risks. In defining what makes a truly exceptional company, the Outputs of Greatness section talks about the ultimate goals and key traits of such companies. One of the main measures is superior results, which are not just about strong financial performance, but also about making a bigger impact. While financial returns are important, true greatness also means integrating the company's mission into everything it does. A truly great company provides value not only to its shareholders, but also to its employees, customers, and the community. This balanced approach to success combines financial achievements with mission-driven outcomes, ensuring a well-rounded approach to business excellence. Distinctive impact is key for any company that wants to be truly great. It's not just about making money. A great company stands out by making a unique contribution to the world. This could be through new products, important services, or its overall mission. A great company solves problems and meets needs in ways that others can't. If the company were gone, people would notice its absence, which shows how valuable it is. And it's important to note that this kind of impact isn't about how big the company is. Any company that does its job exceptionally well can achieve greatness. Another sign of a great company is lasting endurance. Great companies don't just follow trends or chase short-term success. They last over time, sometimes for decades or even centuries. They stay strong during tough economic times, adapt to new technology, and adjust to changing customer preferences. By continuously changing and improving, even after their founders are gone or their original products are outdated, these companies stay relevant and successful. Their ability to endure and keep improving helps them build a solid foundation and create a legacy that lasts. Beyond the basic framework, Key Concepts Beyond the Map looks at other important factors that help a company become great, like leadership, vision, strategy, execution, and culture. Good leadership isn't about fitting into a strict mold, but about being authentic and true to yourself. Great leaders have several key traits. They are genuine, make firm decisions, stay focused, personally engage with their team, communicate clearly, balance both soft and hard skills, and always strive to improve. Leaders with these qualities create a positive environment that inspires their teams to achieve great results. Vision is also crucial. It includes the company's core values and beliefs, which form its ethical base, a clear purpose that explains why the company exists, and a BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal that sets an ambitious and inspiring target for the team. Strategy is about making a plan to achieve the company's mission. It involves making smart choices based on evidence, protecting the company from risks, and building on successes to keep moving forward. A strong strategy should align with the company's vision and use its strengths to create a lasting advantage. Tactical excellence is about turning plans into action. This means creating a work environment where high standards are the norm, and teams are encouraged to perform their best consistently. It's about having a culture of discipline and commitment, making sure that every day brings progress toward the company's goals. Finally, the importance of culture is stressed as a key part of a company's success. A strong culture, built on discipline, respect, and mutual support, not only encourages teamwork and innovation, but is also essential for achieving long-lasting greatness. The final thoughts in B 2.0 talk about the ongoing journey of aiming for greatness, the important role respect plays in a company, and the deep satisfaction that comes from being part of something that makes a lasting difference in the world. Man, cold card. Reaching greatness isn't about hitting a single goal and stopping there. It's about starting a journey that keeps going. This journey needs constant effort to keep improving, trying new things, and staying flexible to handle a changing world. It's not just about reaching a goal, but about building a culture where learning and growing are always happening, so the company stays strong and relevant over time. Respect is shown as the foundation of any great company. It's crucial to build a culture where respect is felt in every part of the organization, from how customers are treated, to how employees are valued, to how the company interacts with the community and stays true to its values. This deep respect builds trust, empowers people, and creates a strong commitment to doing great work. In this kind of environment, everyone feels appreciated and motivated to do their best, which helps drive the whole company towards greatness. The book ends by talking about the real reward that comes from building a meaningful company. Beyond making money, it's about creating a company that is respected and admired for its values, its positive impact on the world, and the lasting difference it makes. The true reward is found in the journey, the satisfaction of doing meaningful work, the pride of building something that lasts, and the joy of leaving a legacy that will help future generations. This final message encourages business leaders not just to aim for success, but to build companies that make a real, lasting impact. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more insightful book summaries and practical advice. Stay tuned for more content that can help you achieve your financial goals and personal growth. Thanks for watching.